Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the cryptocurrency market this Tuesday as Bitcoin is rejecting the $34,788 resistance level, where we also have the weekly and monthly open. And currently, today's daily candle has a bearish tail, and it looks like Bitcoin is pointing itself to see further downside, potentially to test this $28,000 level. But more importantly, what I want to talk to you guys about, and something that's unique to our channel, is that we like to correlate the traditional markets to what's happening with the cryptocurrency market. And the DXY is doing exactly what we don't want, which is coming back up to test 92.62. And now we're seeing the VIX spike up over 10% today. The S&P 500 starting to come down, looking like we're going to see a breakdown. You can see today's daily candle, a breakdown candle all the way below the closing candle's low from Friday. This is a major puzzle piece that we have to discuss. And then even commodities like US oil are seeing a massive bearish top candle, whatever you want to call it, because of what's happening to the DXY. This is a critical moment for Bitcoin at 34,800, showing weakness. The bears have defended the 50-day moving average throughout this whole consolidation. We've never had the chance to test it. Does that mean Bitcoin is going to see the $28,000 level and then form one last lower low inside of this channel? That's on the table. But remember, guys, there's a lot of volume below 30,000 and a lot of sell pressure above 40,000. If we see enough sell pressure to fill the order books, there is still a potential we could see a test of the $20,000 level. This is a multi-year support level that dates back to the March 2020 drop, and this is exactly where we've stayed with Bitcoin, never breaking this support throughout the cycle, not just through this bullish cycle, but even the March 2020 bottom cycle. And so this is a major support level that we need to watch here at this $20,000 level. If we get any sort of price action below 26,000, I stand true to my opinion that I believe there's going to be a very limited amount of time that the price will be below 26,000. You need to have those buy limit orders set in place. And I just wanted to throw that in the start of this video before we get into more of the micro analysis, because that's the most important thing you need to know right now with where Bitcoin is at. And you guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Ubaidi. Remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I'm already so into this Bitcoin analysis. I want to go into this 4-hour chart and talk about why our levels are so important here on the Snipers channel. 34,788 has been a level that I've talked about for over 3 months. And this is why we wait for confirmations when observing price action at specific levels. Notice how the 4-hour was not able to close above 34,788. And what I said yesterday is if we don't get 4-hour closes above, that's bearish. And guess what? We're seeing rejection. All we saw throughout this weekend was manipulation, trick, trap, and frustrate crew. No surprise. Now we're seeing some real price action reject this $34,788 level. We have the monthly and weekly open here. It's not looking good for Bitcoin. I'm just being honest as an umpire. Now we know there's a lot of volume below 30,000. So here's how I think this is going to have to play out. Obviously, the market wants lower prices. I'm sure a lot of us may be waiting for lower prices. You can definitely tell who's sitting in tether when you're in the Discord chat, right? They love when the markets are going down. And of course, Bitcoin is the major player in this market, and we need to monitor what Bitcoin is doing. And if we see sell side pressure come in, I think at this point, it's going to have to come hard and it's going to have to come quick. And we know there's institutional and retail pressure below 30,000. So maybe Bitcoin just needs one last push down before we can really start to see the end of this bear market, so that towards winter, where the cryptocurrency markets tend to do well, we can finally start coming back towards the $40,000 level. But right now, the melting pot outside of the cryptocurrency market, when we look at traditional markets, are not looking good. So I'm going to address this downside scenario. It is what it is. we get above 34,788, we can assume some upside pressure, right? We really just want to get to this $36,500 level. At this point, it's above the 50-day moving average, unfortunately. So notice how the more time that goes by, the faster these moving averages come down to these major support and resistance levels. And now Bitcoin, if it doesn't get to this monthly and weekly open above 34,800 anytime soon, it's really starting to run out of time. And we're going to see the move here soon, in my opinion, especially because this 50-day moving average is coming towards price. And the bears have clearly said we don't want Bitcoin to test this 50-day moving average, at least for now. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I'm not being bearish, but what I am saying is if we see any downside, it's going to be fast. So have those orders in. Ethereum, of course, doing very well. Altcoins in general have been doing extremely well. For those in our Discord, we sent a signal for Aave, Comp, not we, but our analysts, ICX, Ocean. We entered Aave yesterday at $289, Compound, $463. All of these altcoins are doing extremely well. And we look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. We've been monitoring this to assume how altcoins are going to perform as a leading indicator. This has been moving very fast, and now guess what? We're above the 50-day moving average. So tell me this isn't the most bullish chart in crypto. It looks like we want to come up and test 85,000 Satoshis. I think that whether we see the downside scenario with Bitcoin, it's going to obviously affect the whole market. Maybe we get a retest of this channel before we see one last push to the downside here. Who knows? If this happens, the entry for Ethereum on the US dollar price, regardless of what this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is doing, we know Ethereum is stronger than Bitcoin. Get your Ethereum entries is the message here. If Ethereum, hopefully, if this does happen, you have your buy limit set in place, this would be a great scenario for those that have yet to get your entries to get entries below 1760. Because if we see 1980 break, confluence with the 200-day moving average, I believe that you might as well wait for this test of this range from 1760 and the previous all-time high at 1440, because we already came down to 1760 twice. It's not going to be as nice of an entry at this point. So get those lower orders in for Ethereum, 1600, 1500, 1400, just in case. We could just start continuing back to 3000. If Bitcoin decides to get above 34,800, I think that Ethereum has already seen the low. I don't think we'll come anywhere between or near 1760 ever again. And so that's really up to Bitcoin at this point. But Ethereum and other altcoins, clearly the stronger performers. The total cryptocurrency market cap chart looking like it wants to come up and test this 200-day moving average a lot better than how Bitcoin is looking, way in below the 200-day moving average. And then others dominance back above 13%, as we've been predicting on the Snipers channel. The 20-week moving average at home base, we're now above it. So that means we're still in an extremely bullish trend. And our thesis is now proven correct. I mean, altcoins have certainly performed better than Bitcoin. So congratulations for those that have been tuned into the Snipers channel since the start of this year. We called the altcoin market starting in January. And throughout this whole top of Bitcoin where people were saying altcoin season is over, I've always maintained myself saying, as long as you stick to Ethereum, Cardano, some of the fundamentally sound coins, not the meme coins, the Doge coins of the world, then you'll always be fine. And if you stuck to that advice, then altcoin season has been fantastic for us. And so I've maintained myself bullish, even though we came down to this 20-week moving average, and now we're back above it. So congratulations. Our thesis was correct, and it was truly against everyone else's opinion. But I knew, I've been in this market, I saw this cycle, 2017, 2018 top, we broke past it. So this is awesome. It certainly makes me feel proud to see this confirmed. Yes, so we were right on that prediction, because that was a strong one. You guys remember, for those that have been tuned in, Bitcoin dominance coming down, of course, in reaction to others' dominance. And then traditional markets, oil coming down over 3% today. S&P 500 looking like it wants to start seeing lower levels. We had two very strong candles for the week, the last 2 weeks, but really at this point, the DXY is in control, and the DXY has seen stronger pushes to the upside over the last few weeks, and because of that, it's affecting markets. And we go into the micro time frames and we look at what's happening to the DXY right now, and it doesn't want to come down. It looks like it wants to push back up. It didn't test 91.92 at the support. So that obviously here means that there was bullish pressure. It's coming back up, back up to test this. This could start to push to the upside, even though there's a lot of bearish divergences here. If we were to look at RSI, I'm sure you see here we've got a bearish divergence, but it really doesn't matter when Jerome Powell opens his mouth. This is turning into a volatile chart, and you don't want to see the DXY volatile if you want to assume a healthy environment for other assets. So we break 92.62. That's an emergency. That's going to affect not just cryptocurrencies, but all other markets. And we're seeing that clearly showing here with the VIX today up over 10%. That's a sign of fear. We're going to still trend down for the long term, but we just want to keep note of these spikes, because that typically says, okay, look around, what's going on? DXY is coming up, oil is dropping. What's the blueprint here? Well, dollar value seems to be strengthening. Everything else is coming down. That's what it looks like. And with that, thank you all for tuning in today. If you want to win one of my favorite books on value investing, Principles by Ray Dalio, comment below, share this video. You'll have a chance to win. I'm going to pick a winner from our video yesterday, and we'll wrap up this video. Caleb Osorio says, always watching, brother. Great stuff. Pick me for the book giveaway. I'm always looking for new reads. Send me a message on Instagram. Link is in the description below. And with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. Until next time, Snipers